Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. As we begin to get into the week on this Monday, it's important for us to start off on the right foot. It might be that some of us might have a very difficult week ahead of us, maybe a very busy week. Maybe we got a lot of things to do. Maybe there's a lot of difficult things we have to accomplish. And there might be some anxiety, some intrepidation in connection to the various things that we have to do in this upcoming week, or maybe even just today. And I think Psalm 111 will help us to enter into this week with the right attitude. And it might even help us to even be able to encounter these various situations we have to encounter with a better frame of mind. Because Psalm 111 is really a call to thanksgiving. It says in verse 1, "Praise the Lord, I will give thanks to the Lord with all my heart, in the company of the upright and in the assembly." There's a call to thanksgiving, to remembering some things about God that would cause some gratitude towards God. And as we all know, the more and more we are thankful, the more and more our hearts are filled with gratitude, it just puts us in a better mood. And it just helps us to be able to encounter life a lot better. And this psalm gives us some 12 things about God that we can be thankful for. The psalmist here calls to mind the works of God. In verse 2, he recalls the righteousness of God. In verse 3, the wonders of God. In verse 4, the compassion of God. Also in verse 4, the care of God. In verse 5, the faithfulness of God. Also in verse 5, the power of God in verse 6, the truth and justice of God in verse 7, the precepts of God in verse 8, the redemption of God in verse 9, the holy name of God also in verse 9, and the awesome name of God in verse 9. So here's 12 things. If we can't think of anything else to be thankful for, this psalm provides us with 12 things we can be thankful for. We can be thankful for God's works, his righteousness, his wonders, his compassion, his care, his faithfulness, his power, his truth and justice, his precepts, his redemption, and his holy and awesome name. So there's a good starting point for a heart of gratitude to go through, and Psalm 11 helps us with that. But of course, we know that if we really think really hard about our lives, there's a lot more to be thankful for. There's some very practical things that we enjoy each and every day that we can be thankful for. Things that God has supplied us with and has blessed us with that we can be thankful for. And if we can go into this week, further into this week, with a heart of gratitude and thanksgiving, again, it'll help us to kind of encounter these various situations coming from a right frame of mind. Already knowing that we're blessed, already knowing that God has supplied us and that our relationship with him is so wonderful and great as we are connected to this wonderful and awesome God. It'll help us to remember how blessed we are as we encounter perhaps some challenging situations, and maybe help us to get through those situations a little bit better. So let's let Psalm 11 do that for us today, and let's let Psalm 111 kind of kickstart our heart of thanksgiving and praise to God. So these are some things we can think about and reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.